Do you ever just know that like you need to be doing something but you just have no idea what that is until all of a sudden you are aware of what that is, and then you're like, wow, I feel like I've almost been procrastinating about this thing that I didn't even know that I was technically supposed to be doing, but now that I know that I was supposed to be doing it, I'm like, oh, maybe I did? Does that even make sense? Let me drink some of my moral support hot chocolate. That hurt, but oh, it felt so good. Okay, I want to have a little chat with you guys, and it's coming from a place that I don't know how to really explain or express how I even got here, other than the fact that I always poke at myself. I'm somebody who literally pokes the shit out of my being and just tries to figure out what is going on with me at all times. I'm like,
what is going on? How can you be better? Why are you feeling this way? Why is reality what it is?
and like, I think that probably shows a little bit on my YouTube channel, but I feel like people sometimes miss that because I do come on here a lot to give advice and just kind of give some really matter-of-fact statements. And I've realized that I've actually deteriorated, what's the word? Deterred? I don't know. You know what I'm saying. I like deferred. Is that the word? I don't know what the word is. Basically, I've decided not to post things that I wasn't 1,000% confident and sure about after just being on the internet for enough to realize that other people from their own perspectives are going to view things that you say from their perspective, which is likely not my perspective, and fully understanding where I'm coming from. And I don't know, maybe this just comes back to me reflecting for too long on certain things, but I've realized something out of having my YouTube for a little bit here. And one thing that's for sure is that it's really hard for people to see you clearly, and that really bothers you when you're online. And I think that's like a huge reason why a lot of people don't come online and don't want to share themselves. I used to say some people were like committed to misunderstanding you, and it's like, I don't know, that sounds almost too intentionally malicious, because I think people are just so one-minded and narrow-minded, even if they're trying to like present you this open-minded perspective. The bottom line is they're not understanding completely where you're coming from, or the fact that maybe where you're coming from is also single-minded, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm just realizing something right now, that you don't have to take things so seriously. And I just feel like I've kind of gotten into a loop where I've taken this YouTube channel way too seriously, to the point where I don't even want to post on it anymore. And it's like, Paige, what is the point? Why did you do that? So yeah, I'm here and I'm loosening myself up, literally. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I had a mental break because I had a full moon at the midpoint of my sun and moon in my first house in Virgo. It's like a big deal. You know, if you're into astrology, that to me was a really like moment of like, this is who I am, like this is what I'm meant to do. One of the things that I talked to my friend about recently is when I would come on here, I always felt like I needed to be helpful. Like I needed to present my best effort as like its own skill. I mean, I'm a Virgo rising with a Virgo Mercury and a Virgo sun, so I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Like I want to have a craft be my thing and not me be my thing, because me being my thing feels a little awkward. Because like I said, I'm just kind of self-conscious. I like to reflect on myself a lot, so having other people do that as well and try to critique me it feels weird. Like, I just don't like it. Basically, what I'm learning is that being on the internet can just be a lot, especially for your mental health, and especially as somebody who needs like their mental energy to be creative, you know, it goes hand in hand. And you know, if you don't know already, I have a quite poppin' in my own eyes Instagram account. It has like 9,000 followers at this point. It's not huge or anything, but it's a pretty high engagement Instagram account that I run, where I'm constantly getting comments about people and their zodiac signs and then their opinions about what I've had to say about things. And it's a lot. And I don't think a lot of people talk about this, because a lot of creators just kind of have to brave it, you know, because they like go from 0 to 100 real quick. But thankfully, old girl is taking her sweet time rising to fame. And I just wanted to be transparent with you guys. Honestly, I just genuinely wanted to talk about where I'm coming from mentally and just share that with you authentically, because I've realized through certain points I've gotten into this role where I'm like, I need to show them something worthwhile and perfect, but not really like trying to be perfect, just trying to be something that was helpful. Like I said, helpful is more the word than perfect, I would say. But that being said, that's also not true to my soul all the time, or rather, I don't always have to be intentionally helpful to be helpful. Like sometimes just hearing people's perspectives on things is helpful, and I I'm learning that, you know, I'm just learning that. As much as I advocate for that for other people, that's the funny thing. I will literally tell every other person, like, I want to hear everything your brain has to say because it's just a learning experience to me. It's fun. It's like, I don't know, it's just interesting to me. And I like want to hear what other people have to say. Oh, this is so sweet. Oh my gosh. I want to hear what other people have to say, but it's just, like, when it comes to my own thoughts, I just don't think they're good enough. And I just don't think they're worth sharing unless, like I said, they, like, really feel, like, empowering within me. Which is, like, I don't know. It's kind of wasteful at times because I think my self-doubt can come in there a lot more times than I'm probably willing to admit. And I think that's where I'm ready to kind of take the bull by the horns and say, you know what, it is my time to shine and to be authentic and to be myself and to not be afraid of it. And it's just my time to share the things that I actually want to share and not feel like I have to be helpful to people all the time. I feel like that's probably from being in customer service for years and years and years, and also just being a woman. It just makes you want to bend over backwards for what everybody else wants from you. I mean, if you look at my channel, it's a lot of pick a card videos, and a lot of that, you know, I like doing pick a card videos, but at the same time, you know, it doesn't feel right to me because those aren't always the messages that I feel like sharing. More cocoa. Ugh. It hurts so good. It's just like warms my throat but also burns it at the same time. Maybe I'm a psychopath. Like, I need to chill. Even my dentist has commented on the burns that I have in my mouth because I just do not wait to eat my food for some fucking reason. Jeez. So that being said, I'm not necessarily changing the content really that much from what's already on there, but I'm probably going to be adding more to it. That's just kind of more me and just kind of how I'm perceiving the world and whatnot, because honestly, I notice a lot of things that I think other people don't notice, and I have a lot of things to say about it, as you guys have seen. Because truly, I have so many stories from like a perspective standpoint, I feel like, that I can share that are just probably way more understandable, honestly, for you guys. And I don't know, it feels more fun to me to be able to connect with you guys like that, you know, human to human, and have you guys actually see me as a person rather than just some person that's giving you advice. It just is so interesting to me because if I look back at like any of my videos that I've posted on this channel, like, I knew this just as much at the time that I was doing it as I do now, but it's like, what I said to you guys is always something that I'm doing myself and that I'm working on myself and I'm trying to figure out myself, or something I probably have figured out on my own through my own experiences. And like I said, I don't think I did a great job at explaining those all the time because there was a part of me that was just scared. Like, it's so hard sometimes to put yourself on the internet, even if you're out here doing it already like I am. Like, I still had like a detachedness, I feel like, from putting me on the internet, like I said, because I was putting my knowledge separate from me. And like, I don't know, like something about that was just, it didn't feel true to me and it didn't feel right for me. But like me sitting here talking to you right now, like even if like 3 people watch this video, I feel good. I feel so good in like a different way because I'm just like, here I am. I'm confident in it. Very newly confident, you know, like one of those new things where you're like, I just learned this and I'm going to act as if, even though it is what it is, but you still feel kind of like weirdly new about it because you're like, I accept this, but like, we're still accepting each other. We're still synthesizing. Yes, that's it. We're still synthesizing with this new embodied state of being, you know, as woke, hippy dippy as that sound, that's kind of the exact thing that's happening. And I don't know. I just want to explain it more casually and just feel better about it. And I feel like I'm making this sound like this is your guys' thing, like you guys did something to me. But let me just say, this is the funny thing about life, is this is completely my brain just doing its thing on me. Just perceiving the things that it wants me to perceive, to learn the lessons it wants me to learn for whatever fucking reason, whether it's to expand consciousness or to change our soul into the level of an angel, or so we don't get condemned to hell. I really don't know. And I want to make that clearer and clearer to you guys, and just, like I said, be more transparent and be more authentic with you, and I don't know, share candid moments like this. So that all being said, I think my next video might actually be a Pisces season video, which is one that I was already doing, which is still offering you relatively good information. So like, I don't even know really what the big change is that I'm announcing here, other than the fact that I think it's a mindset change. And for whatever reason, that just seems to be important enough that you need to know about it. So kudos. Welcome to the new friendship that we have formed here. I feel like we've gotten closer today. So Like, you guys really don't understand how awkward it is sometimes. Just raw this is, that I'm literally talking to my phone right now in my room all alone. Like, this is so candid. And as much as it may seem that I am one way or another, I am just doing my thing just as much as you are. And I want to share that experience of life with more people in a more chaotic environment, because honestly, I just realized this is more me, is because as much as I can be an uptight bitch, I am just dangerously chaotic 99% of the time. But it's only dangerous because I don't want to be, and I'm like, why am I chaotic? I can't deal with this. But it's like, bitch, if you accept this, there's no issue here. We can just all get along and just be chaotic in our controlled chaos, you know? See, wow, 1% controlled chaos. I think we've gotten somewhere today. Honestly, this feels like a therapy session. Okay, I'm gonna go before we get too raw too quick, but I will talk to you guys in a later video. Follow me on other social medias, linked down below as always. Oh my God, I always forget to say that. Peace, love, happiness, abundance, wealth, merry-go-lucky. Yeah. Bye.